This video is going to be on military ball slash dining in. I only did mill ball, or we didn't even do it, but I planned most of it, not dining in, because that's the semester I was in. But everything I'm doing here still applies. So the very first thing I did is I was so overwhelmed by the event that I just had to make a checklist. I mean, there was so many things that you have to do, and as the S1, you're the one planning it. I mean, you really don't get any guidance. All of a sudden, they'll say, "Hey, I want the IPR for Millball due in a week," and that's you got to do everything. So, really break this down. Use your assistants, and get this done and do it diligently. And make a checklist because you just don't want to forget anything. Okay. So, first, here's my checklist. Okay, I try to do it in order of like when things would need to be done, but so it was like confirm locations for the first one. So it's your job to get the venue. So it has to be if you want funding from the what is it called, from the RSO people at UW, you have to do it on like UW campus. Okay, so there's a bunch of guidelines you can find on like the RSO event funding website, which I'll show you, but you have to do basically you have to follow their rules. Okay, so that's why we always do millball in like one of two spots. So confirm location. It's your job to get the date from the cadre, call ahead, and get a contract for the venue. It was about $1,000, I believe. Okay, and then there's a bunch of things you have to do to get student funding. So you have to make the millball poster. This is all in my in the MOAS, or not in the MOAS, in the Share Drive. I have it all in here. So MS 19 through 20, S1 spring, and then there's dining out. So I have all this stuff that I was doing. You can find like the agreement, the benediction, like all the protocol class, the programs, everything is in here. And then I made a shortcut to the Millball one. So here's all the old IPRs and stuff that like other people had done in years past. And I'm trying to find it right now, but um, I had shared. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think right now. Old military ball stuff. Here it is. So if you go to the shared drive, Frankie, you should be able to find this. But this is where this stuff's located. So MS Ford 2017 through 18, S1, Skrjanic, Millball. This is all of their stuff they did for Millball too. So they have everything in here. Pictures, protocol class, IPRs, the checklist to do the day of, everything you need to do for the cadet club. So like they had to make the actual cadet club, but I didn't have to worry about that. Seating chart, table cards, placards, every single thing is in here. RFIs, like everything you'll need to run, and you can see what they've done in years past is in here. Okay, so use this as a resource to see like, hey, what documents do I need? What did they do? And definitely use that. So again, here's my checklist. So you had to go to the funding board. I don't know if dining in needs funding, but if it does, you have to go to the funding board. And to do that, I just invited you to be the vice president. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find where this is. Okay, so what you want to do is you go to this website here, asuwcampuslabs.com/engage. That's going to take you to this. It's going to be your name right here. I've invited you to Cadet Club, so you will be right here. Manage organization. And then right here, Cadet Club menu, okay? So here's all the stuff you can do, and you'd have to go to events and create a new event. Okay, and this is going to get the ball rolling. So you're going to do all the info, and this is going to be like Millball 2020, whatever. Add the location, do the event details, and you're going to go through all. See, it doesn't even let me go through, but this is just a huge, long checklist, and it's like getting all the information that they need to approve the event, so that way you can go get funding. So once you've done, there's a whole long questionnaire. At the very end of it, it's going to lead you to a workbook where you have to give them the budget for it. Okay, it's simple to fill out. We don't do advertising, so 0. We don't do decorations. Like this is the money they're going to give you. So we use our own money for this, so we don't need it. 0, 0. Food expense. So we had to go to a caterer that they approved, and that's in the questionnaire that you filled out. They'll tell you who you can use, and we called them and got a quote. It was 365 people at 27 a plate. There, and that's the money we're requesting. Well, we don't pay for our speakers. It was $1,000 for the venue because you contacted the venue. Admission fees. So if you want to get funding, you have to have non-UW students pay Well, so you can't just have cadets come. So it has to be open to the public. So they said you have to open up 50 tickets to the public and charge $20 each if you want funding from us. So that's what we had to do. Okay, and that all comes out to about 98 grand or $9,800, which we got from them. Okay, so fill that out, submit it to them. Once that is all done, you're gonna probably wait a week or two, and they'll say, hey, there's a funding board on this date. You're gonna go in, basically tell them every single thing I just told you. Like, you're gonna walk them through the budget, and they'll either approve it or deny it. They're gonna approve it. They approved my budget for like $10,000 we got from them. So super easy. Do not stress about that. Okay. So once you have done the funding board and everything's been approved, you've gone through your event. You're also going to have to go through like Aztec, which is the exact same thing I just did. Again, just go to like UWIO Aztec, and on their website, you do the exact same thing. And Aztec is like the video and like the audio. I forget what it's called. The IT guy, not IT is not the right word, but they're the ones who handle all the equipment for everything you need. Projectors and stuff like that. And they're pretty cheap, or usually even free. So you just have to apply to get it. So that's part of the funding. And then your venue, you're going to go through them, work on the contract with the venue to get catering and everything like that. And again, it's just, I have it on the checklist here, but it's kind of up near. There's no form that you have to go find online. I mean, you got to call the food people and talk with them. You don't negotiate anything, but just work with them and tell them what you need and what you're thinking, and they'll work with you to to plan the event. Okay, so you'll get funding. It'll be complete. Aztec, go through them. Confirm catering, go through them. And then what you have to do is you have to open up ticket sales. So because we had to have tickets open to the public, you have to let the front desk at the student center. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of the name right now. The Commons. Like, I can't even think of the building right next to the library, right there at the store in Panda Express in it. There's a ticket room right there, and you have to go talk with them, and then you have to actually put your tickets out there to sell them to people. So you talk with them, get that confirmed, invite the special guests. The colonel's gonna give you a list of people he wants invited, and send you work with him to make those emails. Work with the Sanchez. You got to find the table decorations with the move we just had. It's all gonna be downstairs in those lockers somewhere. Again, with the unit ticketing info, they're the ones who sell the tickets, and like they'll collect data for you. So when you're filling out your ticket request, what I recommend is having them also collect data for you. So they buy the tickets for $20 a piece or whatever, but also have the ticket people ask, hey, okay, so what's your name? Who's your date? What meal did you want? And then give them the option of meals, and then any other info that you would need. I can't think of any extra info right now. Oh, like allergies. And then that way you can just have the ticket people collect those info for you, so you don't have to like go through the company commanders to do it. Okay. And then you got to write the scripts. Again, that's just in the S1 folders, probably in Hunter's one. So the fall 2019, you're gonna have those scripts in there, and just go through the script, just like I explained in the other video. Just change the names, change the positions, and change the dates. That's all you have to do. We had to have a slideshow for Millball at least, where it's like, here's all the graduating seniors, here's what they're commissioning as, here's what they're doing. For the first event, you don't need to do that. The POW MIA decorations, again, that's all downstairs. That's like the lemon and like the candles and the hats and every tablecloth. So get eyes on that. And then this is kind of just more for me. It's like so the event was on May 1st, which means I wanted tickets available by April 1st. And then I wanted RFIs like done 2 weeks later. I wanted dates. I wanted, how many people are going to be there like 2 weeks later once ticket sales closed. And you just use those ticket sales to get the exact number of people. Okay. Again, create seating chart. So I was telling you about like Alex Gojanic right here. They have table assignments. They have seating charts. You can see exactly how they did it in here. Again, make sure names confirmed. Invocation. That's in S1 for Hunter because he's the one who wrote all those. Benediction, same exact thing. Make sure script is finalized. Make sure the guest speaker has a gift, so work with the colonel on that. Like, he'll already have an idea of what he wants, but just make sure it's like there at the event. And then create and print programs. I believe I have that in mine, but if not, programs are in here. And I know I wrote mine. Mine are in here in spring. Oh no, I hit the wrong button on my mouse, so it's gonna take me out. but it is in that ceremony, in that mill ball folder. I have all that. Okay. And then, yeah, make the slideshow. Make sure color guard is knowing what they're doing. Just let the color guard captain handle all the color guard stuff. Make sure you rehearse the day before. Um, this is really important. You want to make sure like the music works. You want to make sure seating, everything is set up how you want it. Make sure projectors and everything is set up. And then you're gonna run through the script of the cadre because you have like your receiving line, and you have the head table, and you have the color guard, and you have all these moving parts that have to work at a certain time, as well as catering. And you just want to run through the script and make sure people know what to do and when. And again, Aztec, if you give them all the music, they'll take care of it. It's like if you want the national anthem, you want a certain song for the POW table, like they'll take care of it. So give them all your music and national anthem because that broke last year. So make sure everything's taken care of. And again, you'll figure this out in rehearsal, what's wrong and what's not. But just have time to do that rehearsal like the day or two before, and have time to make changes. Okay. So this is the mill ball. Again, work with Miss Sanchez a lot. She knows exactly what to do. She knows how to do it, and she has so much information. If you are stuck and you don't know what to do, just be honest, be upfront with Miss Sanchez. Say, I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. Please help me out. And she will have resources. She will have information. She'll have access to the budget so you can buy decorations. I mean, if you need something, go to her. Okay. Work with your assistants, like I said, because you cannot do this by yourself, which it's impossible. And just checklist, write it all out, and get guidance from the cadre because you want to make sure you do it right. Okay. So this is millball / dining out is the exact same thing. If you are doing millball, also connect with the Air Force and just work with them the whole time. Just make sure you're working with them when they are in the loop. Okay, that is it.